One man dead after a four-wheel drive ploughs into a crowded market. A terrifying end to a 21st birthday party when a balcony gives way. Thrills, spills and a swag of gold on the last day of the Games. And the British PM in Melbourne to catch up with an old ally.
Live from Melbourne, this is 7 News with Jennifer Keyte.
Good evening. A sunny day at the Thomastown market has ended in terror and tragedy. One man is dead and 3 other people are fighting for their lives after a four-wheel drive ploughed into a market stall, pinning victims to the ground.
The shocking aftermath of four-wheel drive resting on top of 2 stalls, moments after ploughing into the crowded Thomastown market, striking 9 people, injuring more.
I've called an ambulance,
The driver, aged in his 30s, lies motionless, collapsing from shock after escaping through a window as the frantic search for survivors continues.
Okay, it's relaxed.
I'm trying to get moving.
Okay, I've tried.
People with first aid kits battle to treat a stallholder wedged under the vehicle. Raf Murhi recorded the carnage with his mobile phone camera.
All I hear was screaming and just chaos. I thought it was a bomb.
A 77-year-old man from St Leonard's, a customer at a rug stall, was killed on impact. 2 others critically injured, a man in his 60s and a woman in her 50s, were airlifted to the Alfred Hospital fighting for their lives. 6 other injured, one by one, were ferried by ambulance to the Northern and Royal Melbourne hospitals, one with critical injuries.
There was one lady at the front gate and she was like just flying in the air.
That woman was stallholder John Cantamasi's mother.
Just got just a few, bruises and all that stuff. My dad's got a sore back.
There was more drama outside the market. Angry and confused, families were forced to wait helplessly, not knowing if their loved ones were among the casualties.
My dad's got a store in there and I want to make sure he's all right, and they won't even let me in.
Witnesses who jumped out of the way can't believe they're alive. Just tell me.
I was probably 50, 60 k's.
More, maybe. Never stopped.
I heard a bang and a big cloud of smoke.
All I hear is just bloody the gate open up, and I turned around and I didn't even see it. It was so quick.
Paramedics were on scene for 2 hours and say it's a miracle there weren't more casualties.
Naturally, there was a lot of children. It was a very crowded scene.
Police are now investigating whether the driver suffered an epileptic fit moments before crashing through the market. He was treated at the scene for shock and taken to the Northern Hospital, where tonight he'll be interviewed by police.
You got goosebumps, it's bad.
Trent Evans, 7 News.
And the MCG has been the field of dreams throughout the Games, and it will be again for tonight's closing ceremony. Nick Etchells is there. Hi, Nick. How will tonight compare?
Jen, they're promising a low-key affair tonight, as low-key as a $20 million production can be. Now, the show starts at 8:25, but as you can see, thousands have already started piling in. They're not expecting any trouble, but Victoria Police has shipped in a small army of officers just to be sure. Unlike the opening ceremony, there will be no athletes parade tonight. Instead, they'll be invited to join the crowd as spectators. The Sierra Leone team, however, will be missing at least 14 of its athletes who've gone AWOL during these Games. If they don't return by midnight tonight, their visas will be revoked and they'll officially become illegal aliens. For the rest, the Games end at 10:10 this evening. But though the Games may be over, the party is not quite over yet. Tomorrow, 300 Australian athletes and 15,000 volunteers will march through the city in an official thank you parade. Jen?
Thanks, Nick. Yes, those volunteers have been fantastic. And coming up next, 2 more exclusive reports. Police Games commemorative pins sold on the internet. And a young cyclone survivor's joy amid the tragedy. 5 people have been seriously injured after a head-on collision at Mount Evelyn, east of Melbourne. The accident happened on a notorious stretch of the Warburton Highway. Amazing. Well, time for sport now with Michael Felgate. And Michael, last night was a night to forget for some of our track stars.
That's right, Jen, especially for local hero Craig Mottram. We'll relive his bad trip at the MCG after the break. Plus carnage in the second race of the Clipsal 500.
swapping lives. Kate is a non-Muslim. Soraya is a Muslim. Their lives are worlds apart. Or are they? See what happens when they adopt each other's lifestyle.
It would change everyone's opinions.
Plus, your pay and conditions. The new workplace laws are here. Top experts work out how much your boss can change your current deal when Hyundai presents Melbourne's Today Tonight.
Tonight's Sport Report brought to you by Macquarie Bank Personal Investing. Forward thinking.
Hello again. It was a night of agony and ecstasy for Australia in the final session of the Commonwealth Games athletics. Gold on the track and in the field was overshadowed by a number of mistakes and misfortunes.
This weather update brought to you by new, improved Aussie Sunlight.
Good evening. Another great day. It's going to stay fine tonight too for the closing ceremony. Still warm outside, 29.5 degrees. It's been up to 31.5. Came at 10 past 3 this afternoon. There will be a cooler suddenly developing in an hour or two though. Clear skies across our state today. This warm northerly pushing temperatures up. We do have this pressure trough coming in from the west. That's producing some rain, but not until about midday tomorrow. Tropical cyclone Floyd, although still approaching the coast, is expected to weaken before it gets there. Tomorrow, as this trend continues with a trough just really slowly crossing the state, will develop a bit of a southerly tonight. It'll strengthen up tomorrow ahead of this next high. There's a danger that this is going to produce some good rain next weekend after a change, but just a couple of showers to come after that rain system goes through and some warmer weather midweek. Let's have a look at the conditions interstate tomorrow. Perth continues fine and even warmer up to 31. Some rain in the morning in Adelaide and followed by showers. Some rain down in Hobart too, but certainly fine in all of the east coast capitals. Still 1 or 2 showers up in Darwin. For our state, patchy rain and isolated storms moving into the far west, southwest of the state tonight and moving across the state during the day tomorrow. Lower temperatures too, with plenty of cloud about right through the day. Temperatures back to the low to mid-20s in the suburbs. Fine at first tomorrow. A little bit of rain developing around the middle part of the day. On the bays, light southerlies tonight, becoming variable again by the morning, but pushing in at about 15 knots then again tomorrow afternoon. So for Melbourne, a low of 19 by the morning, 25 degrees expected for tomorrow. Fine at first and overnight tonight, mostly cloudy, just a little bit of rain developing. Here's our 7 days. The showers behind the rain will clear up on Tuesday, fine and warm Wednesday, then a change coming on Thursday and showers and cooler right through the weekend. Chance of some heavier rain developing there too. David will have to update you on that tomorrow night. Next Sunday, we're out of daylight saving, but certainly some cooler temperatures expected to develop later in the week and for the weekend and for the Grand Prix, in fact, and cooler with some rain developing for us tomorrow as well.
Thank you very much, Rob. And that's 7 News. For now, from the team, have a lovely evening and good night.